Happy Wednesday, guys. Hope you're doing well. Excited to be back here on Instagram Live to hang out with you guys. And we will start, or I will answer questions again all around coronavirus and your money. So be aware that there's some beeping. Our smoke detector, its battery is low. And it's like way up there in the hall. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. So I'm waiting on Winston to get home so he can do it with a ladder. Because I can't reach it. And yeah. Hope y'all are good. I'm tired today. Whew. I feel like it's been a crazy couple days. But yeah, man, so much happening still. I feel like we say it, but it's true. Day to day, everything's changing. So I am, though, here for... It's going to be so annoying for the next 20 minutes, so I'm so sorry. All right, let's see. Should we stock up on things like toilet paper, even if we don't need it? I'm not big into prepping. I just went to the grocery store today, actually, and there was, like, way more than I was expecting. We had tons of produce and, like, all that. Now, no paper goods, so I would say if you find toilet paper, it might be gold. So maybe you could take a little bit, yes. But I always think about those people that, like, come to the store and they literally don't have any, right? So it's just kind of a hard balance for sure. Someone said I thought that was my smoke detector. I know. It's mine. Oh. I'm saving a lot of money on gas from not leaving the house. If you have dogs, that beeping sound causes them anxiety. Oh, well. Nala's out running around in our backyard. In the fence, so she's probably not hearing it, which is good. This weather's making me tired. I know. Nashville, like, man, it's been overcast for, like, feels like all year. It's really what it feels like. It's crazy. I was planning on putting my house for sale in April. Do you think I should still sell it? Yeah, I'd go through with it for sure. I'll be curious what the real estate market does in the next couple of months, but I think you'll be fine. I'm just, like, really optimistic, you guys. I mean, obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't predict anything that's, like, actually going to happen. But I think we're going to bounce back pretty quick, considering we had such a strong economy going into all of this. I think we're going to bounce back pretty quick. So, yes, I would still plan on selling. I'd keep your original plan. Should we still put extra towards the house if we're on baby steps 4, 5, and 6, or grow our emergency fund past 6 months? No, I wouldn't grow it past 6 months. Go ahead and keep on with the baby steps because you got 6 months of emergency fund. You're great. You're good to go. I have a question. My girls are in gymnastics. We pay about $430 a month. With the lockdown, they're not able to go to the gym. Should we pull them out of gymnastics to save that $430? Yeah, they're not reimbursing you. Like, some memberships, or like membership of the gym, I guess you could say, are reimbursing people or canceling your membership until they can open again. So yeah, if they're not going to the gym, I would 100% cancel it so that you're not paying for something that you can't do. What's the best account to save for a house in baby step 3B? Just like a money market account, I think is great. You don't want to put in money in the market when you know you're going to take it out in 5 years or less. It's kind of my rule of thumb. So if you're going to be in there 5 years or more, then you can invest it. But 5 years or less, like a down payment on a house, I would just do a money market account. You'll get a little bit of a better interest rate than just a traditional savings account. So that is exactly what I would do. Everyone's like, don't buy toilet paper if you don't need it. Oh no, it's scaring your dog. I'm sorry, y'all. Who knew dogs and smoke detectors did not go well together? I'm sorry. Come tomorrow. Winston will have this fixed. We're fixing to put our house on the market in April. Same question. Wow, you guys are selling in the same month. Yeah, I would definitely still sell. I'd still keep your original plan for sure. In baby step 4, should I file for unemployment or use the emergency funds? I would just use the emergency funds and find work elsewhere. We've talked about this, but it's true. People are there are industries that are just hiring. They're in desperate need of workers which is so great. There's so much more opportunity. So while some industries are going down, some are going up. So get into those for sure. More episodes of Rachel Cruze show during coronavirus. Yes, we're doing a town hall. I mean, it's not a town hall. I'm sorry. A live stream event tomorrow night with Dave, Ken Coleman, and myself. And then we'll have some content coming out on Monday, and that's usually when we launch episodes. So things are changing every day, so stick around. But yes, I was still planning. I actually shot yesterday an intro to one of the episodes coming out because we shot it way before the coronavirus. And I had to say, hey guys, we shot this before the coronavirus, but it's still great content, so make sure you check it out. So yes, so just be on the lookout. We will have content still coming out for sure. Maybe step 2, paying off debt, wondering if I should take an advance federal student loan payments, postpone and apply for payments elsewhere, or save cash. If your job is like iffy right now, or you have lost your job, then yeah, I would say to start just pay minimum payments on everything. But if you are current, or if you have a job, your income's coming in and it's fine, I would just continue to pay so that you don't get behind on student loans. So if your income is pretty consistent right now, I would still just continue to pay versus postponing it. How are you personally handling coronavirus? COVID-19, or I guess that's the official name. I'm doing pretty good. I'm thankful that I'm healthy. All my immediate family, specifically like Winston and the kids, they don't have any like lung issues, like any of like the things that they say is high risk with this, we don't have. So for that, I'm like so grateful, because if it was the opposite, I think I would probably be way more nervous and cautious and all of that. But we're healthy, we're good, and my grandparents don't live in town and like all that kind of stuff. So I think because of that, we're kind of what feels like in the safe zone, statistically speaking. So yeah, I think I'm good. I mean, we're like adjusting being home, and then my work personally has picked up because of people struggling with their money now. I mean, the financial hit has been a big one for people, so I feel like I'm working more. But it's awesome. It's good, because I'm like, man, I feel like we have a message of hope that we want to bring people. So yeah, that's what I would say. Saving money on, sorry, let me go back real quick. So yeah, I've really not been too nervous. There was like one night where I was like, should I be more nervous? Like, I feel like I'm the only one that's like not very freaked out, because everyone around me, I feel, is freaked out. And I was like, am I the crazy one? You know, you kind of start to feel crazy. But I think too, like, honestly, being able to look at the bigger picture and having confidence that we're going to be okay. Like, it's a terrible, obviously, few weeks, and may continue for a few more weeks. Who knows? But I don't know why. I just have such faith in the economy. I really do. I'm like, I think we're going to bounce back. And I have faith in Jesus. So that's another big thing. I mean, when scripture says not to be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, make your request known to God, I'm like, that's it for me. I just have like this deeper peace as well. And I think faith for me has been a huge part of that. That who knows what can happen around you, but having that constant, I think, is key for me. Saving money on the salon. Me too, girl. I just looked. I had like, I mean, my roots are like, I mean, yeah, there's a gray. Yep. Or natural nails, gray hair coming in. It is. It's crazy. It's hard when they're not allowing open houses right now. Oh, that is true. Yes. There are some states, obviously, that are doing like this 2-week quarantine, and their real estate market is kind of crazy because it's hard to sell. So yeah, I mean, if that's the case, obviously, if you can't show your house and you can't sell it, then you have to like put that in your expectations of it, for sure. Someone said we just sold ours on Sunday. Beautiful. My neighbor sold his house within an hour of putting it up for sale. See, there you go. Things are still trucking along. How long do you realistically think this closure will go on? I mean, President Trump said Easter. So there's a date they're like shooting for. Obviously, I think the doctor that came on after him said like we're gonna have to reevaluate. So I mean, I really don't know. I don't think personally I would be shocked if we go like 3 or 4 more months like this. I'm hoping like by mid-May things are like getting back to norm. Hopefully sooner than that. But yeah, I don't know. That's my hope. Oh no, my comment thing pulled up. There we go. Okay. My husband was laid off and we're trying to file for unemployment, but the website doesn't load. Any idea what's going on? I don't. That's a government thing if it's messing up. And there's probably a lot of people doing that, filing for unemployment. So I would just keep trying. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. On baby step 2, paying off debt, was wondering if I should take advantage of the federal student loan payment. Oh, I think I already answered that one. Or save cash. Oh, wait, I've answered these. Sorry, y'all. Let me scroll up. Beep. Should we lend money to people who are losing their income or just pray that they can get through? We're still getting paid. I'm not about loaning money. So if I did it, I would do it as a gift and just say, hey, I know this is like a really tough time right now. So here's some money to get you guys through, and no payback. No, don't feel like you have to repay by any means. This is a gift. I always do that because there's no strings attached, because I don't like the idea of you loaning money to people. Like it's really messy and weird. And if you just do it as a gift, no strings attached, I think that's definitely the best way to go about that. Ours was 2 days, no open house because it wasn't allowed. Should I close on a refi to a 15-year mortgage, even though it will raise our payment? Yeah, as long as your payment is no more than 25% of your take-home pay, I would for sure refinance. Yes. We've completely drained our emergency fund, and we're on baby step 2, and we're a small business owner. And we had to close 2 of them. It's tough. Oh, I'm so sorry. Man, this is like it's so sad. It really is, you guys. Like, the heaviness that I feel towards people's situations, it's like, it's real. But again, the hope is there that I think it's all going to come back. So we all kind of have to take a deep breath and have a plan. That's the most important thing, is control what you can control and plan as much as you can. Something as simple down as a budget, like being so strict, knowing exactly where every dollar's going. Nala, we have a dog named Nala too. Oh, so fun. Our house went on the market last Thursday. That's when things got worse. We took it off the market on Monday. We'll put it back on in April. Good. We just paid off my car last month before this happened. Super glad we didn't have a payment. And now that I'm out of work for who knows how long. Ooh, yeah, you squeeze it under the wire, paying off that debt. That's awesome. How would you suggest budgeting for extra groceries right now? I would say look at what you normally spend and just add like a small percentage to it and see if you can. I mean, ideally, if you can stay within your grocery budget in the previous months, that would be ideal, because I think as consistent as you can be. Like, we haven't changed our grocery budget. I guess we did a little bit, but yeah, we did a little bit. But I would say for sure, if you can still make it within like your normal budget, I think that's a great goal. But if you know and you look at your schedule and you're like, hey, for sure we're going to be here, then up some of the grocery and then lower some of the other categories. And as the month goes on, adjust. Just last night, Winston and I looked at our budget and we adjusted a couple of categories because there were things that we thought we'd spend money on this month and we haven't. And then, so we lowered that, we upped a few. So, it's going to be a very fluid thing, and we still have a week left in March. So continue to adjust your March budget as needed. But remember, if you raise a category like groceries, you got to lower other categories. Let's see. What age did financing catch your eye? What age did financing catch your eye? Oh, like my job, I'm guessing you're asking? I guess since Dave, we've been around the company a lot with Ramsey Solutions growing up. So I think I've always kind of had interest in all of this. And then really when I went to college is when I realized, oh, wow, this is like a needed message. Like people my age were already, taking out student loans, getting credit cards, all of that. And I'm like, there's a better way. I remember at 18 thinking like, I don't have all the answers, but like, I know there's a better way. So I would say probably more around college time that I really was like, oh no, this is a needed message. Would now be the best time to buy stocks? Yes, it's a great time to buy only if you're in the right position financially. So again, I want you completely out of debt and a fully funded emergency fund, and then you can fund 15% of your income into retirement. And if you had some extra money past that and kids' college and all that, then yeah, you could throw some more in the market for sure. Do you think home prices are going to go down? I don't know. I'm hoping. I mean, there's a chance usually, like, again, the housing market is a few months usually behind everything else. So, like, if this continues, I mean, the stock market now is doing this. Like, yesterday it was like, brr. I mean, it's just crazy. So, again, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. But I'm hoping if all of this corrects really soon, then you should be good real estate-wise. Invest in stocks, question mark. Not single stocks, but I always recommend mutual funds, and that's 90 to 200 stocks. And that just kind of diversifies all of your risk and everything, kind of spread it around, and versus one stock. I do not like doing single stocks. Let's see. My parents were big Dave Ramsey guys and always preached that credit cards are bad. I listened, never got one. About that time, I was 28, ready to buy a house, and I could not get approved for a loan. Well, you can do what's called manual underwriting, and that's where they look at your income, and then they look at all of your bills to see if you're current, like cable, electricity, cell phone, all of that. So you have to have proof. So Churchill Mortgage does great job manual underwriting for people for mortgages. So you can get a mortgage without a credit score. They said in order for their gym to reopen and is to have a gym go back to when all this was over, they will not adjust the monthly fee, and our payment will still stay the same monthly. Okay. I don't know what that means. So my thing is, like, my girls' preschool got canceled, so we ended the tuition and all of that. So if you're able to do that, then that's what I would do. If you're not using it and they're not open, they should be able to like reimburse you, and or you can close your account and reopen it at a later time. We really want to buy, but we have one income in Seattle. How much should we put down? When you're buying real estate, we always say a 10 to 20% down payment is the range. Obviously, 100% would be perfect and ideal, but 10% would definitely be the lowest. How long would you pause baby step 2 for coronavirus? I mean, I would say if your income is still consistent and you know that you're probably not going to lose your job, I would continue to start just paying on debt. But if your income is in fluctuation, or you've lost your job, or you think, no, my job could be, I could be laid off soon in the future, then I would pause it. But if your income's still pretty steady, I feel pretty good saying like, yeah, go ahead and continue to pay on your debt. No matter where you are, though, I want you to pay the minimum payment so you don't get behind. I got a message from my student loan provider. They'll postpone for payments for 2 months. Yeah, that's great. I mean, if you're struggling right now financially, then take the advantage of everything that people are offering right now with some grace periods with debt. But if your income's still coming in, you're going to have to eventually still pay that. It's just postponing it for people that are in trouble. So if you're not in trouble, I would still stay current on everything so that you don't get, so you don't get 2 months down the road and everything extends 2 more months, or it all piles up about that next month. So if you are out of a job, though, and your income is really struggling, then yeah, take the grace period for sure. My fiance and I can no longer have our wedding reception. Oh, do we cancel it completely and save the money we would use towards it? I'm at a loss, and most vendors are canceling. Oh, I thought about this with people. I'm like, people that are for like weddings and stuff. I'm like, man. Okay, let me think. If you can get the deposit back and everything, then I would save it. Honestly, Winston and I talked about this the other week. I was like, what would we do? Like, if you're like so close to getting married and you can't have your wedding, like, what do you do? Honestly, I feel like I just go to the courthouse and get married. And then when all this is over, then throw like a huge, massive reception and wear your wedding dress and just call it a crazy time in life. And that's what it is. So if you can get your money back and you want to move it later to a later date, then I would. But it'd be hard for me not to just go ahead and just get married. Is that terrible? That's what we do. 10 years in, I'm like, the wedding was great and fun, but man, marriage counseling costs a whole lot more, so save some money for that too. Since I have time on my hands, I'm looking at my retirement paperwork for 457B as good as 401k. Yes, I would talk to your financial advisor, but if it's still the match aspect, then yes. But 401k is always going to be for sure a safe spot. But talk to your financial advisor depending on your situation and everything. We have money given to our children. What do you recommend doing with it? You have money given to your children. I'd open up an ESA, college savings account, or a 529 plan, and I'd start funding college depending on their age. I think that's a huge, great gift that you could do to start that for them. I have a question. I'm starting baby step 2. All my stuff is in collections. Do I start with the lowest account even if it's in collections? Yes. Go smallest to largest. And again, during all this coronavirus stuff, if your income is not coming in or you've lost your job, then pause and just pile up cash. My son has $2,000 and I want him to invest it so he can be a millionaire at 60. Yes. What should he do? A great mutual fund is perfect just to put that in. You can open that up with a financial planner. I would do that, or look at college. I mean, putting that towards his college and letting that grow over time would be great too. I'm a senior in high school taking personal finance class, and I love your videos. Thank you. Positive personality. Making money fun. Oh, money is fun. I'm so glad. Working from home, income hasn't changed. Should we still pause baby step 2? No, if your income hasn't changed, continue to pay on it. I mean, some people they want a little bit of a bigger emergency fund right now because of how crazy everything is. So I understand that. But yeah, if you're not gonna lose your job, you're just working from home, I would still continue the baby steps. Okay, let's see. My child is getting $300,000. Wow. At 18 from a trust. The boys are toddlers now. What do I do to prepare them? Whew. That's great. Man, 18-year-olds with $300,000 can make some really bad mistakes. So even if there's a way to like push it to 21, I don't know if you have the ability to like help with that. That would be big. But for them, I mean, I would go ahead and just start talking and having the conversation. I mean, they're toddlers now, so this conversation doesn't have to happen for another 10 years. But yeah, I would definitely say, hey, here's some priorities in life, and this is kind of where we're going to start to guide you and teach you how to handle it well. Here's a percentage that can go to college. Here's a percentage that you can just put in mutual funds. Here's a percentage for real estate. And here's a small percentage, maybe you buy a car with it, that you can kind of have a little bit of fun. But just going through and handing them $300,000 with no guidance, is very, very scary. So as much as possible, communicating a plan, almost like a budget for it, which sounds really boring, but at 18, they may not appreciate it, but at 28, they're really going to appreciate it. At 38, a whole lot, and more. So it just takes that maturity. But I think you making it, normalizing it almost, it would be huge with a plan. All right, guys. So fun. Another time together. Another day. So I'll come back on tomorrow and we can chat, answer more of your money questions when it comes to coronavirus and finances, and make sure to check out daveramsey.com/hope. We have a lot of great resources on there if you have friends or family or yourself who's struggling. And then tomorrow night at 7 p.m., we are doing a live stream, me, Dave Ramsey, and Ken Coleman. really, again, hitting on this topic of hope and that we're going to get through this. Control what you can control. Be intentional with your money. People make really bad mistakes when it's all fear-based. So we're going to try to remove as much fear from your life and give you a good, solid plan to go forward. And I said it. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I just believe in us enough that I think we're going to come out of it. And I have a feeling we're going to bounce back pretty quick when everything starts to get back to normal. So continue to pray for your health, you guys. I hope you guys stay healthy. Pray for your financial situation. Hope that it's not stressful. Those of you that don't have jobs, I'm praying that opportunity comes really quick for you and you can start making an income, because as much as the health stuff is scary and a struggle, the financial side is as well for people. So we're here for you at Ramsey Solutions. We want to help you, guide you, give you instruction to help you in any way we can. So thanks for hanging out again today. And yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow.